So Sofi stock killed it today. I had no idea that we are going to see these kind of movements in this stock so soon, but I'm not complaining. And Sofi is about 10 days away from the earnings, and while I'm super excited about the earnings, let me share a few important details I saw today. Now, I posted a video on Saturday about few catalysts mentioned by an analyst on Sofi, and one of the catalysts which I really wanted to validate myself was the app user growth. So I don't have the exact numbers for that, but I do have some data that I wanted to share. And I also have few other stats that is absolutely amazing for Sofi. So let's start with some business stats and then we will move into some stock stats. So Sofi, as you can see over here, I'm gonna enlarge it, had over 4 million visits on sofi.com in August, right here. And then about 3.6 million visits in September. I do not have the October data yet, but we can see that Sofi has a tendency of basically having low visits, then going up, then coming down, going up, and then coming down, and then going up again. So I feel October will be a great month for Sofi's website visits, and here's the reason for it. So Sofi app has been downloaded almost 25% more than the previous month. So what you see over here is a screenshot that I have covered in my previous video. And then you can see that we have about 80K downloads in September for Sofi's Invest app in iTunes. I do not have the Android data for September. I should have taken a screenshot, but I did not. I only took a screenshot of iTunes. And you can see that iTunes or Sofi Invest app has been downloaded 80,000 times in September alone. Now, if we compare that to October right here, I just got this data. It has been downloaded about 100,000 times. Now the same amount has been downloaded in Android because this time I took a screenshot of Android because I'm going to compare this in December for the November downloads. So you can see that Sofi app has been downloaded. If you just compare Apple to Apple here, literally, we can see that app has been downloaded about 20 to 25 times more as compared to September. This is really bullish sign if you look at it. Now in the next image, we can see that the majority of the audience that went to sofi.com has interest in banking, credit and lending, and then finance, and then investing, and then consumer electronic and technology, and then news and media. Because this is what we want. Majority of the revenue still is generated by banking, credit and lending for Sofi. I mean, if someone downloads iOS app to read news, that's not a good sign for investors for short term, but I think for long term, those folks will also convert into a paying customer. But seeing this, that majority of the visits were the folks that were in banking, credit and lending is really exciting for the visits that Sofi has. So now let's take this step further and see what happened with the stock today. I mean, Sofi today broke some very interesting milestone and we will cover everything in the next few minutes. So check this out. Sofi stock today, and this is a daily chart from December of 2020, and this is 2021 all the way through, and then this is today, and this is a daily chart. So check this out. Sofi's average trading volume in the last 100 days is about 23.9 million. And at the time of recording, according to Benzinga and few other sites, over 41.89 million Sofi shares has been traded. And by the time all said and done, we are going to see close to about 52 to 54 million shares, which is just simply amazing. Next, Sofi's all-time high is $28.26. Right here is an all-time high for Sofi, and it landed about 28 and 26. We are getting close to that all-time high. And the green candle that you see over here for today tells me that we are going to see a positive and a green tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Usually what has happened is we have seen two big green days, sometimes a very green Monday followed by a less green Tuesday and a red Wednesday. But sometimes we have seen a very green Monday followed by a red Tuesday. But this big green candle is really strong support in my opinion for the stock, and we could see the stock moving or touching new highs tomorrow. Along with that, Sofi was the 6th most mentioned stock on Wall Street bets, which is of course great news for us investors. We need more eyes on Sofi. Now let me share a few options that I played on Friday and where do they stand right now. So here is my option play. Now this was Friday, this is today, and I wanted to put next to each other so you can see what's going on here. So as you can see that I bought 50 January 2024 calls for a $30 strike right here on Friday, and I sold 50 January 2024 put for a $25 strike price right here. And as you can see, when I did this, I was down, or at the time of the recording on Friday, I was down on the calls, just pay attention to the calls right now, about 2.46%. The same calls today, in just one day of big green day, you can see right here, I'm up, these are the calls, I'm up about 30%. Then look at the puts. On the puts, I was barely up 0.62% because I bought it the same day, and with just one green day, I'm up almost 11.32%. Now, if you remember, on Friday, I told you guys that I have these $115 puts that I'm not planning to get out until I get about 70-75% on these puts. I'm going to continue holding it. And as you can see, I was about 41% up on Friday, and today, at the time of recording, I'm up about 48.52%. Then I have these 10 April 2022 17.5 calls, strike of $17.50. I was up about 66% on those, and right now I'm up about 133% on those, just on a one major green day. And then on my 16,000 shares that I hold over here, I was up about 28.61%, and I'm up about 45.35%. So a major green day can do so much to the options. Same thing can happen if we get a major red day. So I'm pretty sure you have heard me say this before in my videos that I'm a big believer in taking profits. Right now, I'm not planning to close any of my options because I feel that this bull run can continue for next few days up till the earnings. I feel we might see a red day here and there, but overall, I feel SoFi is forming a base. And if we can continue to see this rally for the next few days, about, I would say, $20 to $21 will be the new base, which will be very exciting as it'll be up from $17 that we had before. So I'm going to continue to hold these, but I'm sure you know me that I believe in taking profits. I will be taking profits. This is already up 133%. Yes, it can go up. I can execute this. I can buy the shares. But again, after the earnings, we might see some sell-off if the charter news is not announced. And if the charter is announced with the earnings, we can see the stock rally for next few days. I will have an exit plan with all of these. Of course, I'm going to hold on to my shares. And if I see a huge run and we touch or cross over 30, then I might consider trimming some of my shares for the short term and then buying them back in the next cool off. Again, my opinion only, entertainment purposes only. So when a stock rises this much and so much excitement from the retail investors, it makes it a good candidate for a short squeeze. I have some amazing info on that, which I'll be sharing in my next video. So make sure you subscribe as you're going to see some crazy moves by SoFi in the coming weeks. I'll be watching what Fed will say tomorrow about tapering. Now, most of it is priced in, but it's probably not fully priced in. So we'll see how the market reacts tomorrow or maybe day after. So now I have shared all my option plays. Please comment below and tell me what are you planning to do with your SoFi options or shares after the earnings or after the charter news is announced. I feel we are standing at a junction where the stock can really take off, but I'm cautious to take profit as well because the high growth stocks like SoFi, you can really take advantage of the social sentiment and make some money along the way. And by the way, how about Tesla stock today? Wow, amazing. I'm going to link my investing versus trading video over here. This is the video I did a few months ago, and it outlines my strategy on where I look to invest versus where I look to trade. There is a big difference. Hope I provided some value, and if you liked the video, then consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up so we can reach out to more SoFi lovers. As always, an absolute pleasure to share all of this with you. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.